Right then, this is a very down and dirty video. Not one of those kind of videos, but you know, there's no production values, the sound quality isn't going to be amazing. I don't expect people to sort of like rate this and go, oh, that was the best video ever. But the reason why I'm doing this video is because a number of people have contacted me about the Xbox, which I have recently got. I shall show you, here it is. Ta-da! And it has Coin Op 7 in, and I have to thank Andy Godoy from RGDS podcast for sort of turning me on to this, and it is one of the most amazing things I've got. I never had an Xbox before, but you're not interested in that. You just want to know what's it all about. A number of people have contacted me saying, "Is it worth it? You know, does it work? Is it worth the money?" Which, for the money I paid for it, which was £65, and for that you get an extra controller. Actually, it was a little bit more. It was about £72. You get a controller. I bought an extra controller. I bought a component cable, and you get the Xbox itself. So, and it's preloaded with Coin Op 7, which has 13,096 games. So anyway, I'm going to stop waffling, and I'm going to turn on the Xbox. Here we go. And it boots up. Now, I've turned the volume down just so I'm not competing. There we go. But it's an Xbox. Essentially, it's an Xbox. You can go into the Xbox menu. I've tried it with Xbox games, disc version games. I played Halo 2 on it, and it works fine. So here you go. Alright, this is what everybody's interested in. So I am going to turn the music down so I don't have to raise my voice and shout, because I imagine, like I said, the sound quality isn't going to be particularly amazing. So, Xbox controller, there you go. And this is kind of like your navigation tool as well to get around the different menus. It took me, you know, probably about 20 minutes just to sort of familiarise myself with different shortcuts, so I'm going to show you all of that as well. Right then, here we go. So, all of those ones in yellow are my favourites. You can hopefully see, just going to adjust it slightly, hopefully see sort of numbers going up and down. Yeah, I've got 361 favourite games, which I've just kind of gone through the list. You know, to be fair, I've favourited more games, you know, and gone through all the lists of the games than I've actually spent playing them. I've spent more time doing that than I have playing the games. But if you get one of these, you'll understand why, because it's friggin' awesome. So, here we go then. So if you want to view all the games, you can see in the corner there, you have your black and white buttons, okay? So if you want to view all the games, you just tap the black button, and you'll see that the number has changed now to 13,096 games. Yeah? Yeah, just digest that for a little bit. So, if you want to switch back to your favourites, so again, view your favourite games, black button, and there you go. Okay? So just black. Off we go. So, now you can sort the games as well. So if you sort of look in the left hand corner, hopefully you can see that, again, to correspond with the controller, there is a back button. So if you tap that, then you can sort by arcade or home versions, number of players, the number of players in the game. You can split the names by alphabetical order. You can have the name of the games merged, which I'll explain about that in a second. You can split by the type of game it is. You can sort by the type merged again. You can sort by the maker of the game. You can sort by the maker again, merged. Sort by the year of release. And sort by the number of times played. Sort by the name and console. So that's what a lot of people will go for. Sort by the console itself. And sort by arcade or home. So you back up that. So let me just kind of, where should we start? Let's go with name, and we'll go with console. Okay. So again, quick tip. So to navigate, you've got your triggers. Okay. Left trigger goes backwards, as you can see, scrolling up the list. Right trigger goes forwards, scrolling down the list. If you want to scroll quickly, instead of, because if you imagine you're holding down the triggers, it's going to take you a little while to get all the way up to the top. If you hold down the left D-pad, or left on the D-pad I should say, you can see it's actually scrolling through a hell of a lot quicker. So that's probably the preferred way to do it. So I am at number 1, and the first game sorted by arcade is 10 Yard Fight. And as you can see on the right hand side of the screen, you have a preview of whichever game it is you're looking at. So, and you can see the preview is pretty instantaneous. You know, there's no real lag as such. Okay, all alphabetical order as well. So it's you can look through the lists in whichever way you want to. So going by console. So let's just scroll through. I've been asked a number of times, you know, how many different games is such game on this console. Now I'm obviously not going to go through all of the games, but I'll just kind of, what I think it'll be a good idea is to actually go through the number of games, just so you get a flavour of what we got. So in terms of arcade, there are, I mean, we're only up to S. There's 1800 so far. So T, U, V, W, X. Right, I've gone a bit too far there. Okay, so in terms of arcade, you have got of course you can use the D-pad to go down just by individual clicks, so it's a bit more accurate. And here we go. Oh, gone a bit too far. 2,110 games from the arcade. That's pretty awesome, you know. Because obviously there's no way you're going to get to play these games any other way. So, and onto your Amiga. Now the Amiga, I have played some of the games. It's a little bit more fiddly. There is a keyboard which you can use, which you can bring up in the menus, and the save states and things like that. To be quite honest with you, I haven't figured a lot of that stuff out yet, but I have played some games on the Amiga, and they do work. It's just a case of they're a little bit more fiddly than just your standard, you know, arcade games or Mega Drive or whatever. Okay, so there you go. There's not as many Amiga games, but there's a few. Amstrad. Let's just scroll through these bad boys. Lots and lots of Amstrad. Loads of Amstrad. Whoa. So there you go. We're up to 2,830 now. Atari 2600. Let me just scroll through these. So and that's the other thing as well, is if you, depending on how far you press down the trigger, so you can see I'm just kind of tapping it now, not pushing it down all the way. It responds to how far. So if I'm pushing it down all the way now, there you go. So that's pretty cool as well. Atari 2600, you are spoilt for choice. Atari 7800, you are spoilt for choice. Well, not so spoilt for choice, I should say, but Atari Lynx, Atari XL, classics. So these are classic games like Doom, Final Doom, as Halo. I haven't tried many of those. There's actually I haven't tried this, but I have like bookmarked it. Doom GoldenEye, which you know, looks interesting. It's GoldenEye, but it's Doom using the GoldenEye engine. So there you go. ColecoVision, you covered for those. Commodore 64. Again, there is a virtual keyboard which you can bring up to, which is pretty easy to figure out, which you can then use to sort of select keys. Lots of Commodore 64. DOS games, a load of those. Let's say I've bookmarked Destruction Derby on DOS, Duke Nukem 3D. Pretty sure there's X-Wing, there's GTA, the original GTA. Loads and loads of DOS games as well. Leisure Suit Larry, blimey. So yeah, lots and lots of DOS. Like I said, I think X-Wing is on here. Yeah, Star Wars. But how that, I haven't played it, I have to say, because I remember playing this when I was a kid, and you know, using the keyboard was quite important. So how it would work, I'm not quite sure, but I'm pretty sure you can customise a lot of your stuff. So there you go. Terminator Rampage. Don't know what that one is. That was not coming up. Test Drive. Lots and lots. Anyway, so Game Gear. You're pretty much covered for all of the Game Gear games. Loads. Game Boy. Now this is just where it just gets silly now. I mean, we're up to 5,680 games right now. It's pretty incredible, really. Game Boy Advance. Loads of Game Boy Advance. Never had a Game Boy Advance, I must admit, but you know, they're all there. Keep going, keep going, keep going. I'm up to M on Game Boy Advance. S, T, U, V, W. Okay, Game Boy Color. I think pretty much, as far as I know, looks at every Game Boy game made. Master System. So this has gone one of my favourite systems. Love the Master System. Again, you're pretty much covered for Master System games. I've highlighted there Ghostbusters because I either had that on the Spectrum, never played it on the Master System. You know, there you go. And we're up to, there's some Mega CD. Not that many, but enough to Final Fight. I mean, it's possibly one of the best versions of Final Fight, apart from the arcade. But it did have awesome music as well, which was a bit different from. I mean, even FMV games like Ground Zero Texas, you know, they've got those there. You're covered. You know, you're covered. Night Trap. Oh, bit of a duff game, but still, for curiosity value, I'll put it on there. Put it on the list. Here we go. Mega Drive. I got asked today about how many Mega Drive games are. I think I said that there was about 900, maybe more. Whoa, went a bit too quick there. You've also got Mega Drive 32X. There's a few games there. So it's Star Wars Arcade's usually a favourite. People want to play that one, so that's on. I haven't tried any of those yet. MSX, a system I've never played, but there are a crap ton of games. As you can see. Okay, NES. Again, another system I never owned, but they're all there. All the NES games you could ever want. Let's get up to S. Yeah, it's an S. Here we go. Right, Nintendo 64. Now, I haven't played any N64 games, and there's a few, not loads, but you know, again, enough. And I mean, they all look decent on the previews, so I assume that they work okay. Super Mario 64. You know, it's pretty crazy, isn't it? W wrestling games. So PC Engine. You've got quite a few PC Engine games. Again, a system I've never owned, so curious to look to see what they've got there. Ooh, went a bit too far again. So you've got some PlayStation games, not many at all really. But again, in terms of quality, I'm not sure how they look or what they. Again, preview wise, they look fine. But yeah, Sega SG-1000 console, never had. Spectrum, not that many Spectrum games, I must admit, not as many as the Amiga. Not Amiga, sorry, Amstrad and C64, which is a shame, but still, can't have everything. Super Nintendo, again, look at them all, just incredible, really, incredible. And there we go, right. VIC-20, a couple of VIC-20 games. Oh, yeah, a couple of VIC-20 games. Virtual Boy, Wonder Swan, an SX68000. I've never had one of those. I must admit, I've never had one. And then some Xbox games on there. It's amazing, really. let's just, you know, you can add your favourites. So Aggressors of the Dark Combat. If you want to add a favourite, or if you want to delete a favourite, you've got the white button. So you can see there, just tapped it, it highlights it, and then if I press that, puts it in your list. So, you know, and it's pretty amazing, let's face it. So, right, here we go. Let's just have a look at another order, because people are saying, oh, has it got Desert Strike on there? Has it got Street Fighter on there? So, again, go to your ordering. Oh, that's your menu, sorry. You can mess about with menus and if you want to. And but to be quite honest with you, haven't messed around with that much in terms of menus. I'm just quite happy with the way things are. But you can see there you've got dashboard, reboot Xbox. You know, there's all sorts, but I haven't really messed about with that. Oh, select random game. That's quite cool, I guess. So, you know, if you are a bit sport for choice, which you know, you can tell that you are, if you do that, select a random game. There you go. It's selected a random game for me to play. So, right. If you press on the back, and so name merged. So what that does then is it puts all of the games in alphabetical order, merges them. All right. So in terms of what somebody said, Street Fighter. Oh look, oh here we go. Let's go to, somebody said Desert Strike. Let's have a look. And I was like, yeah, it's got Desert Strike games on there. Not sure why the screen's just gone black there. I assume it's something to do with my TV. Ignore it. It's nothing to do with the actual device itself. So yeah, oh, classic games there, classic arcades. Shadow over Mistara, love those. Alright then, so Desert Strike, where are we? DES, Desert Strike. You've got Super Nintendo, Mega Drive, Master System, Game Boy Advance, Atari, Lynx, Game Boy, Game Gear, Mortal Kombat. Let's have a look, see what Mortal Kombat there is. Oh, there we go. I mean, look at this, it's just crazy. Mortal Kombat. Oh, as you can see, I quite like Mortal Kombat, so I've highlighted a lot of them. So, Mortal Kombat, arcade, another version out in the arcade, Game Boy Advance, Mega CD, Deadly Alliance, Mortal Kombat, Mortal Kombat, Mortal Kombat, Mortal Kombat. Mortal Kombat. You've got enough Mortal Kombat to keep you entertained for a very long time. Right, what else did somebody ask me about? Double Dragon. So, hold down on the left. Double Dragon. Diddly diddly dee. Oop. Double Dragon. What version do you want? Arcade. Atari Lynx. MSX. Game Gear. Master System. Atari 2600. Wow, that looks terrible. Atari 7800. Double Dragon Advance on the Game Boy Advance. Atari 2600. Mega Drive. Game Boy. NES. Then you got Double Dragon 2. Double Dragon 3. It's a pretty incredible system. Let's just pick one, just so you can see how it all loads and boots. So, oops, I did something silly and clicked on the wrong thing. But it just gives you another idea of Dick Tracy on the Mega Drive. What an amazing game, I love that. Let's have a look. Double Dragon. All the Disney, wow. Just noticed all of those. Look at all those Disney games. Lots and lots and lots. So, Double Dragon. Here we go. Double Dragon. I should have just selected it from my favourites really, shouldn't I? So, to select the game, all you do is highlight it, press X, and this is where I'm going to turn the volume up a little bit, just so you can see how all of this works. It takes a few seconds to boot into the game. Booty booty. Yes, I understand. Double Dragon. Insert coin, so you've got like your start button, or select, or back. It's usually one of those. And then start. Now you can alter the size of the screen if you want to. I've got it sort of stretched because why not? But there you go. I'm playing this. Oh, knee to the face. So look, jumping, punching, and kicking. It's all there. And then if you want to go back home, just press the two together. Press back and start. And that's it. You're back at the start. So, hopefully that's answered a few questions. I guess if anybody, has any more questions, then contact me let me know on Twitter. I'm on @dastardlyjabby. I'm from the Same Coin podcast, so check that out. It's a video game show we do on a weekly basis with myself, Dits. That's @DITS, and Ape Mutterings, which is Adam Parry. And we have a good old laugh and a good old chinwag about games, which is good fun. I'm also part of 60 Minutes With, so check out 60minuteswith.co.uk, which has all sorts of great stuff on the website, reviews from myself, Dave, Tina, Ramrod, and we also do podcasts, interviews, really great stuff, so please check that out. Yeah, that's about it. Thanks for watching, hope it's been useful for you. Coin Up 7 is pretty awesome. There you go. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.